The vibrant Sydney neighbourhood of Newtown is located about 4 kilometres southwest of the CBD. The area took its name from a grocery store opened by John and Margaret Webster in 1832. They placed a sign on their store that read Newtown Stores. Behind the bustle of the main street, step back in time at the nearby Camperdown Cemetery. Established in 1848, it's a rare example of mid-19th century cemetery landscaping. Over the next 20 years until its closure, it saw over 15,000 burials.
And sometimes there were so many people dying that they would leave the graves open between the hours of 7 and 4, and apparently the stench started to waft down to the eateries of Newtown, and that's one of the reasons they closed it.
Many of the monuments are erected to families or individuals significant for their role in 19th century Australia.
Some of Sydney's most prominent citizens and leaders and captains of industry are buried here.
Among the notables buried in the cemetery are explorer surveyor Sir Thomas Livingstone Mitchell, constitutional reformer and public figure Sir John Jamieson, and Eliza Emily Donnithorne.
It was tended to by an English physician, doctor, who then went back and tended Dickens. And he told the story of Donnithorne, who became a recluse after being left at the altar, keeping her wedding gown on, and she became the inspiration of the character of Miss Havisham.
The cemetery also holds remains of many of the victims of the Dunbar, a tragic shipwreck off Sydney's Heads in 1857. St Stephen's Anglican Church is located within the present boundary of the cemetery. It's a wonderful example of Victorian Gothic architecture.
I grew up as a son of a minister, so my father preached at the church here, which is a beautiful Edmund Blackett church made in 70. I've spent a lot of time in this church, and in fact my mother's funeral was conducted here, so we have strong emotional connection to this place.
By the 1940s, the cemetery was completely overgrown. When the body of a murdered girl, Jean Norma Ginn, was found in the cemetery, the local council stepped in and walled off the 4 acres which adjoined St Stephen's Church. The remainder of the park was cleared of trees and the monuments relocated to inside the walls. This removal was a heritage disaster, resulting in damage to a great number of the stones. The Camperdown parkland is now a major green space. Leaving the past behind, walk back to the main road of King Street, home to a large number of cafes, pubs and restaurants of various cultures and cuisines.
Apparently there are up to 48 pubs here in about 1892. I don't think it's gone down too much since that.